friend of mine that I was working with, it's good to have good friends. So
Yeah.
a friend of mine I was working with, like, why they do this Australia? So you say, listen now, check out now. It's Australia, that have country, very
Okay.
far place. Why am I going to Australia? Baba, today me and there's no regrets whatsoever. I wrote PTE 3 times.
Wow.
Yes, I wrote it 3 times because in all the 4 categories I had 79, 75, 75. I said I was not maxing this thing. I wrote it the second time, 79, 79. I got 78. I just said no. Now, I could have used it, but I was not. I need
Yeah.
to max it.
Yeah.
And then the third time, I
Yeah.
was 79, 79, 82, 83. Don't give up. They can do it. You
You
can
can
do
do
it.
it.
So
If you can do it,
you
you
can
can
do
do
it.
it. Hi guys, hello, welcome back to our channel. My name is Uchi, and with me is my hobby,
Nnamdi,
and we are the Nnamdi's Unfiltered.
filtered.
So today,
By the way, you're looking beautiful. I like this dress. I like your hair too. Eh?
thank
Kesana.
you. Okay, yeah. If you're new here, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Very important, so that you get to see more videos, you get notified when we post a new video, because this channel, like we said earlier, is all about learning, inspiring, and entertaining.
Mm.
So on today's episode, we're talking about migrating to Australia through PR.
That PR, I've had a lot of people ask me, oh, why take on this country? Why take on this country? I think we'll just share this video with them,
Yeah, I
why
think
take on this
this is the
country.
best.
So,
This is the best way to share it,
yeah,
because people want to, people want to know this. And information, they say, is
it
key.
is. It is.
So it's a
It is.
blessing to
It
see
is.
that you can be a blessing to people.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, who else is in a better position to share that information if not my partner, who
yeah.
came through that same routes?
Yeah, we're talking about my personal experience because there are different routes, different ways to come to Australia. So I came to Australia on a permanent residence called with the visa called Visa 189. There are many types of visa, skilled visa, but mine is Visa 189. I will try and touch on some of the visas that you can use right now, and I'm going to leave some helpful URL or links in the description below, so you can click on it and you can know more about it. So I'll just touch briefly on one or two visa types, but I came with 189, and I have a notebook here, so I'll be referencing this book because you know, I had to make sure I get the information correctly. So yeah,
Because
so
there's just a lot of
there's a
information,
lot, there's a lot,
and
there's a
knowing that
lot.
you're in front of the camera, you might just miss out on something. So it's actually a good thing you even write these things down
Yes,
and
yes, yeah.
share.
So I started my migration journey in 2017. How did it even start? A friend of mine that I was working with, it's good to have good friends. So
Yeah.
a friend of mine I was working with, like, why they do this Australia? So you say, listen now, check out now. It's Australia, that have country, very
Okay.
far place. Why am I going to Australia? But today me and there's no regrets whatsoever that I came
Yeah.
here. So first things first is having that an open mind that is it possible? Can I come to Australia for permanent residence? The answer is yes. It's possible. When I started 2017, I was like, no. Some people came to Australia 2015. Some people have foresight.
Some people came 2000.
2000.
You see some people and they're like, I've been here since like 20 years ago.
I'm like,
And you're like, what?
why didn't I hear this information since? Nobody shared it. People have come to this country and I was back home in Nigeria. Nobody told me about Australia, nothing. So I hope this, someone whoever listens to this should feel motivated and say, if I can come, you can come also.
Yeah.
So I'll just get right to it. So as I said earlier on, the different visa types. I came with a visa called Visa 189. It's a skilled visa, and that visa is about looking at your skill set and seeing if Australia needs your skill set in coming to this country or not. So number one, have that open mind. Have an open mindset that you can come into this country. Have that open mindset that yes, it's gonna be expensive, but the way God works is when you start it, you'll be surprised how the money will come in. I'll talk personally. When I started my visa, I didn't have all the funds to start with. I was working in a bank in Nigeria. I don't have all the funds, but I just knew let me start. Maybe as I'm starting, and I had this open mindset, okay, what do I need to do? So I'm going to just share briefly what you need to do. So the visa costs about 4,640 AUD, and it takes about 8 months process. This is an estimate, 8 months,
The first one, sorry, because some people want to ask one or two questions.
Yeah.
You're giving your own experience based on when you did this, and that's like 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
ago. So is that still the same price?
About 4 5 years ago, it's about 3,000
Oh,
something.
okay. So that 4,600 is the current
Is the
price. Okay,
current
that's
price right
good.
now,
That's good. You did your
and
research.
it takes about 8 months on the website. As I said, I'm going to put the links so that
Okay.
people can always click on it and check, because this thing changes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it can be 5,000, policy can change. So I'll just put the links in the description, so you just go there and check and know what's happening. So I'm talking from my personal experience. I had a visa subclass 189. Back then it's about 3,000 something. So when I started, the first thing I need to do is I need to find out, this is a skilled visa, and does Australia need my
Skill.
skill
Yeah.
sets? That's the number
Important.
one thing before you make any payment. And the number two thing you need to find out is, what links do I need to go and check if my skill set is viable or needed in Australia?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the link also there. I'm going to put the link also in the description, so you can
Yeah.
go there. They call it ANZO Code. So you go to the link, you click on it, you put your current job occupation, and it brings out a list of your skill set.
Yeah.
And then, because I'm an engineer, I'm an IT guy, I'll use my case. Australia has a body called Australia Computer Society. It's an assessing body. They will look at, okay, you graduated with BEng in ICT. This is your profession for the past X number of years.
Yeah.
Okay, based on your graduation and your transcript and what I've done for this X number of years, we'll assess it and see if it fits into the Australian work culture.
Yeah.
And we'll use that to say, okay, yes, if it fits in, then you can go ahead and apply. So these are the things you need to consider, because you don't want to pay money and then you're stuck, you get stranded. So first of all, as I said earlier on, you first check your skill set if it's necessary or is required, and then you also have to look at who is the assessing body of your skill, and you also have to ask yourself, are you going to get a positive assessment based on your skill, whether you make it or not. I'll still put the links below for you to help that. So that's number one. So what I did was that I checked my skill set occupation, which in me, I was a network engineer. I found that occupation that Australia needed it. I looked at my assessing body. In my case, it was Australian Computer Society.
Yeah.
Looked at the requirements they looked out for. Back then, I had about 6 years experience, and I knew they would take out 1 year. To them, it's 5 years.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I fit tick. Okay. Then Australia uses a point-based calculation system. In Australia, you have to have from 65 points and above for you to even be qualified to be called to apply for visa, which is called expression of interest. So I'll drop the link below, a point-based calculator system, whereby by the time you add certain metrics, you will see if you hit that 65 points.
Yeah.
So I'll just list the metrics here. Age.
Yeah.
This is, if you're between ages 25 to 33, you're eligible to 30 points already. Anything after 33 years of age, you end up getting 25 points. And if you're between 40 to 45 years, 15 points. So the earlier you apply, the better. Don't delay, because age is a factor. If you pass a particular age, your points drop. So if you want to maximize this metric of age, you have to be between the ages of 25 to 33 years of age. Once you hit 34, your points have dropped. So for me, I was between that age bracket. I had 30 points. I've done this calculation before I paid for visa. I checked that out. The second thing is BSc. My qualification gave me 15 points. I had a BSc engineering, and that gave me 15 points. So I said, okay, I have 30 plus 15, 45. Automatically, I've gotten 45 points one side. I know the 65 points I need. What was the next thing? English tests.
Yeah. IELTS.
IELTS.
Yeah.
There are two. You can write IELTS.
Okay.
You can write PTE, Pearson Test of English.
Okay.
Australia uses any of these two.
Okay.
Now, if in your IELTS you have 8.0 in all four courses, writing, reading, 8.0 in all four,
Yeah.
you have 20 points.
Wow.
And if in the PTE you have 79,
Yeah.
In all reading, writing, you have 20 points. So I did the maths. I have 30 in age.
Yeah.
I have 15 in BSc.
That's 45.
45. I said I need to max IELTS.
Yeah.
I wrote PTE, so that's 45 plus 20.
That's 65.
That's six. No, sorry, 30 plus 15 is
45.
45 plus 20. That's 65 already. So when I first wrote my PTE, I got 79, 78, 75, and anything I didn't maximize those points, because for the English test, if you want to maximize those points on your English test, you have to get 79 each of them. That'll give you 20 points.
Okay.
If, for example, you get 7, you get like 10 points, 15 points. I wrote PTE 3 times.
Wow.
Yes, I wrote it 3 times because in all the 4 categories, I had 79, 75, 75. I said I was not maxing this thing. I wrote it the second time, 79, 79. I got 78. I just said no. Now, I could have used it, but I was not. I need to max it.
Yeah.
And then the third time, I was 79, 79, 82, 83 in PTE, and that gave me 20 points. So don't. I know of people that have written IELTS 7 times.
Yeah.
Some people will tell you IELTS is harder. To me, PTE is easier. So make your research. I'll drop the links below. So, don't give up. I remember back then, I'll be going to work. I'll be listening to YouTube videos on how to write your PTE, what to look out for. I practice. I practice this.
Did you go to like schools, like those lessons?
Yeah.
I remember when I was doing my own IELTS, I went to like what's it called, tutorials.
Yeah.
For
just
to give you the shortcuts.
Yeah.
The way to answer
the way to answer your questions. Yeah.
Did you do things?
I
like
didn't.
That?
I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
YouTube was my friend. I looked at different instructors on how to answer questions in PT. I'll go to work out. So just cut it short. I got 20 points. About practice, and the good news was I had people around me doing the same thing. So they got 20. They were motivating me. Have you checked this one out? Have you checked this one out? So having that circle of friends around you also helps you to know that don't give up. They can do it. You can do it. So
if you can do it,
you can do it. So as I said earlier on, I've said 30 first.
Yeah.
For my age, I got 15 for my BSc.
Yeah.
That's 45. I maxed out PTE plus 20. That's 65. I've already gotten to the cutoff mark.
Yeah.
Which is for you to be able to 65 points minimum you must get. So the next thing you ask yourself, okay, what's next? How can I, increase it to like 85? Because I heard right now to enter you have to have like 80 points on your course. Back then in 2017, I had 70 points. I know a friend that had 65 points, and it's still true. I know someone that had 60 points in 2014. So things are getting harder. So the more you delay, it's getting harder. People I've seen, every time you delay these things, it gets harder and harder and tougher. And then you give up. Imagine if I delayed, I won't be here now.
Sure.
Because age will not be on my side. It will be going down. And then the only way you have to have a PhD to even get, my education is 15 because I had BSc.
Yeah.
If I had PhD, to be 20 points.
Yeah.
Not master's or PhD.
Yeah. Does masters count?
Masters count, but it has to be in an Australian recognized university.
Oh, okay.
You understand? And that is the whole essence of also sending your transcript. So time is of the essence. Just get it done, So that gave me 65. Then my work experience. I told you about work experience. If you have a work experience in your field within 5 to 8 years, you have 10 points.
Oh, nice.
If it's between 3 to 5 years, you have 5 points. And everything after 8 years, you have 15 points. Wow. So my work experience back then was between 5 to 8 years. So I got 10 points. So if you go back, my age was 30. My BSc was 15. That was 45. IELTS was 20. That was 65.
Yeah.
Experience was 10 points. That was 75. However, I had exactly 5 years when I was doing this thing. I did 6 years. My own assessing body took out 1 year.
Yeah.
So you might say, oh, I have 6 years experience.
Yeah.
The assessing body may come back and say, no, it's not 6. In our own standard, you have 4.
Yeah.
So then they'll take the other 2 years as training. They don't see those first 2 years as part of work experience. They think you are training, and based on their standard, they will not count it. So you have to know your field of study. You have to know what is the assessing body's criteria on how they will count your years of experience. I'll drop all those links down below. And then I also drop the link whereby you can go and fill in these metrics I've mentioned previously, and you will know where you're falling in points, and you know, okay, what do I need to do to increase my points? The other perks, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, if you know you want to learn more or hear about it, just don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like.
Yeah.
I'm going to do another video that will go
Still like
more.
a continuation of this video, right?
Yes, it's going to be a
Okay.
continuation, but I will try and go more in depth,
Okay.
and I will try and also put myself, if I was to do this again, this 2023, what I would have done differently
Okay.
based on the current standards and the strategy you can use also that
Yeah.
can help you right now that I didn't know back then. I must put this disclaimer: I'm not an immigration agent.
Yeah.
I have no affiliation with any immigration agency.
Yeah.
I do not work in any department. This is just my personal experience
Yeah.
and some research I've done. And you know, if you have any more questions, check the comment section. I'll put some more useful links in descriptions, you know,
Yeah.
and then watch out for part 2 of this video.
So
Thank you.
guys, like my husband has said, one thing about my husband is very expressive, and I believe he wants to, like, give out this information to the T, like word for word, so that you don't miss out. Because trust me, this is a journey. It's not a what's it called? Is a you need to put in the work.
Yeah, it's your
So
turn.
you need to be well equipped to know what to do.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing if we have decided to, like, devise this video so that you would get all the information as much as you can. But then it's also advisable you do your own research to know more things. And we'll continue this video, but then we'll drop them on our channel bit by bit, maybe in 2 or in 3 sections, just for you to get all the information in the right capacity. So yeah, if you think this video is going to be helpful to you, of course, I have a lot of people, even in my own DM, asking me how to come to Australia through PR. That was not the route I came in. Later in the future, I would share my own route. I came in through as a student. But then, if you feel like this PR route is something you also want to know, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you would get notified when we upload the next part of the video.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We
Thank
love
you.
you. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep
Yeah.
sharing. Bye for
Bye guys.
now.
Cheers.